The DPS is going to end up stacking up. I could see it being decent, but also not high at the same time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think like if you can lock someone in place long enough,
at least that you're willing to bring these picks out. Oh,
hook onto Vladdy.
That's a lot of CC.
Going out. There's the soul shackles as well. Vladdy has no recourse to escape. First blood to Vitality. Not sure Linces was even needed.
Great pick from Vitality on the.
as Casey just chooses to
Fleshy
leave.
looks for the
Beautiful hook from Fleshy.
Black Shield down there as well. The Dark Binding's only going to hit onto Targamas, who doesn't have his flash, remember. Depth charge out as well, as Fleshy's already hit 6. They're chasing onto the cow. Another Dark Binding for the follow-up. Keeper's Verdict out. Linces will come in. Yike cancelled the Keeper's Verdict. Doesn't get the knockback. Cards is coming in from the side as well. Doesn't have that chain of corruption though. So in the end, Yike and Vladdy should just be able to win. She can absolutely rip through Vitality, but for the moment, Vitality definitely coming out on top. Karna though! We talked about
this top side. Morgana clears this out so quickly, and it looks like KC don't want to overcommit.
Just to avoid all of that CC.
KC are shifting Karna up towards this top side, so it looks like going to be a big 5v5 as Morgana TP's in as well.
Oh, Weaver's Wall coming out. Fleshy with the Dredgeline, Death Charge, hook, that's Chain of Corruption follow-up. Kalista still has the cleanse. Linces splashes over the Weaver's Wall. Meanwhile, Targamas rooted up in the middle of the play. Fleshy getting chased out by Kalist. He will fall first. The Equalizer ticking on Targamas, and it roasts that beef. Follow-up though from Kazi onto Karna, just trying to CC him down in the end.
That was like a betrayal of Linces that he would go to Vitality. Yes, now Fleshy.
Death Charge onto Yike. Weaver's Wall's going to separate Linces from the team, and now he's on the wrong side of dodge. Does manage to get the damage down, and the follow-up on Targamas is enough. I thought Linces was the one caught out, but in the end, it's Target just a little too deep.
I think KC were hoping to find a quick pick, assuming Naknako with a TP advantage would go into that top side, and trying to make a very quick play ends up burning them as Vitality managed to turn it around.
And this Black Shield just has so much value here, as even when Linces goes a bit too deep, Morgana just puts the Black Shield on, but Naknako here went for probably a bit too much.
Yeah, tries to kill off Yike, Equalizer down, he still gets him. Naknako will fall for it. Kalist gets 360 gold in his pocket.
These big fights where you can hit onto multiple people.
I mean, the thing is, if I can try to justify his logic, it's kind of like Vitality as a
Chayek trying to survive himself has put down the Black Shield already. Targamas dodges away Soul Siphon, there's a flash knockback, and Chayek's on the wrong side of the rift. He'll be taken out. It's a tower exchange for a tower and a kill in favor of KC.
And the TP now from Kana to get in on out of there. That's going to be the Anakan start. KC with a great turnaround on the cross map.
And beautifully played by Targamas there to set up his team for success. But you have to criticize Chayek a little bit. He's staying around on the weak side. The tower is 50 HP. It's not really a real tower. And that's going to lead to Atakan for KC and kind of a comeback for them.
Yeah, that first neutral objective of the game. Survive. KC will start it. Naknako now TPing to the bot side as KC already have the Dragon down to 4,000 HP. As you say, Jack, it is just too late. The Drake secured. Vitality will look for the fight. Targum is immediately jumping onto Naknako. He tries to flash the wall, but he can't escape. Equalizer down. Won't do much. Karna keeping the rest of Vitality at bay. Exhausted, rooted, chained, everything, but they just don't have the damage to work their way through here. Double onslaught for the follow-up. Good Black Shield there, but the follow-up onto Fleshy with a seismic shove. He hooks back in! Immediately into his death. Linces has to flash away. Casey.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while, especially Blackfire Torch Rylai's. Right? Yeah. That is not the highest DPS build in the world. As Targamas is going to find a pick here. Weaver's Wall coming in as well as they look for Naknako. The Equalizer down, but he's locked against the wall. Redemption coming out as well, but it won't be Naknako's savior. Targamas takes it with the Redemption, and Baron immediately begun by KC.
Vitality going to have to try and get in here. At least the pool should be doing some good work when it's in this Baron pit. But KC can just turn and burn if they want to.
Yike with the further gets knocked out. Yike's going to take a lot of damage from the Baron here. Chain of Corruption's going to hit as well. Seismic shot back onto Fleshy. Soul Siphon only going to hit onto Karna. And Kazi's trying to put the damage down that he can. Piercing arrow through Targamas will be enough. Karna getting chunked out. Linces on the chase. The hail of arrows not enough. Karna so low, a double in the end. For Kazi, Kalist tries to turn it around but can't transcend high enough to make the fight go KC's way.
The pools from Chayek were insane in that fight. They managed to hook on towards Yike in the pits. He's getting damage from the Baron and from Chayek, which forces him out of the fight. He then gets the setup on towards Targamas as well, and on towards Karna. Chayek's Morgana was huge in that engagement.
And now it's Vitality starting off the Nash here as KC are out of position. They don't have the highest Nash damage, however, as KC are gonna be able to join.
Yike's a way away though. Maybe they can just sneak it before Yike gets there. Linces with the black shield, surviving through it. Baron secured. Kalist dashing forward with the Kanmei steps. Linces will sacrifice himself and almost takes Kalist down in the process. Vitality sets
Then
up.
you end up taking the rest of the fight, but watch again, another shot on towards Yike takes him out of the fight. Now you end up in a situation where you can continue to play these fights incredibly slow. Kana is trying to step up to be the front line, but Kalist can't really step forward with how much damage Vitality have from both Chayek and from Karzi. And again, the pulls on these bindings are doing so much work.
Yeah, I'm really surprised as they have enough damage to take down the Scion, and now with the Baron Nashor, they're going to be able to get tier 2 mid, tier 2 top, as KC are actually looking to try to trade for tier 2 bot.
Hook, Weaver's Wall coming out. There's the knockback onto Flashy. Double death charge, but it's not going to be enough. Flashy just on the wrong side of the wall. And as you say,
composition work because they don't have enough burst and they don't have enough sustain damage if the fight is just
only Andries and the Bloodletter's Curse. On the other side, 3 items for Vladdy. He's gone for the Void Star, 4 already on Kalist. He is incredibly strong. KC will take 2 towers out of this push, and Vitality won't answer. Eventually a trade between those 2 neutrals, or we might see one team just taking 2 after winning the fight. Perhaps slightly more likely as Kana steps up into the face of Karzi. Shayek looking for the flank position here. Hook between the uprights there from Flesh, and I think maybe he's a little bit glad that that one didn't connect.
I do like the idea from Vitality though, just fish for a binding or a hook or something that can follow up, but here we go.
Corruption, Death Charge coming out as well. There's the Equalizer on top of it. Redemption healing up Yike. Keeper's Verdict will knock back one. Fleshy surviving through it. The Crypt Bloom's going to heal him up alongside that Redemption. Kana's still on that front line, but he's going to be hooked up. Grand Starfall in by Linces. He was knocked away with the Keeper's Verdict. Yike having to flash out. Kana locked up. He doesn't get the chance to move away. Kalist flash forward and was met with the anchor of the Nautilus. He still gets the kill. Linces dives in. Vladdy goes golden, but he's only getting silver this game. Vitality find the fight. Yike looking. Oh my God! The buckler from beyond for KC. Perhaps saving the game for Karmine Corp.
What is this game? Vitality feels like they're doing the impossible here. They're playing it so slow, so precise. Fleshy just getting hook after hook after hook. When you
Kana uses ultimate and just walked on out. Like, it's so difficult if Vitality are playing these fights correctly. And honestly, I didn't think they had it in them, but Vitality are making it work.
Oh, Equalizer down, Chain of Corruption was Kana as well. There's Redemption, but he's already dead before it finds the floor. Kana down into that zombie mode again. Vitality find a pick. And now KC have to fight 4v5 around the Baron pit.
And how do you try and get it back? Access to this. Targamas kind of has to be the one. But if you walk in, we've just seen what happened to a man who has significantly more health than you do than the cow.
And crucially there, Vladdy as well got completely chunked out. So it's nearly a 3v5.
Oh, the turn onto Yike. They'll get him rooted up, and they stun him in the middle of the Keeper's Verdict. He's going to go down. That's the jungler dead now. For Karmine Corp, Vitality living up to their name, giving their fans a breath of hope early on in this series as they will get the Baron. KC going to walk down towards that bottom side trying to find something in the bot side jungle. Not going to find anything. Vitality fighting back as they go ahead.
That would be a great Nash for them. But maybe they'll just fight.
Definitely would be. As we see, Scream's not going as well. Is there unease?
Well, for GX, I think it was they got slapped by Vitality that day in Scream.
I mean, that also could be the reason. Chain of Corruption down onto Kana. No follow-up CC from Vitality. They're trying to push in with this Baron buff. Still have a minute 20 on it. So far, I've got about 700 gold in excess of the 1.5k you get for just taking it.
I like the way Vitality set up though. Lince is pushing in mid, matching that semi-global from Vladdy, so you've always got this quick access to the spot lane if you need it, but KC going mid.
Gonna go on to Linces. Seismic Shove already used. Linces does have his flash and will use it to jump across. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Kana's trying to keep that knuckle away. Starfall away by Linces, dies mid-air.
He can never come.
Fight very quickly, and yeah, KC are just gonna be able to take this one away. Vitality, no interest in contesting without their jungler.
And this game is going the distance
for a moment.
He's great wave clear on KC, so if Vitality just kind of force to bonk heads against them here, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. They're fishing for some decent poke though.
Yeah, looking for a bit of poke. Redemption, Outkeeper's Verdict knocks Fleshy back, but he came back with a vengeance. The hook was baited, and Yike took the bait. Kana now having to try and escape. Already, Yike and Targamas down. Kana flashing away from the Dark Binding. The tower will be forfeit. Vitality get 2 on a turret.
First verdict, crucially there, was really surprising and able to live as well. Looks for the hook on Vladdy.
I mean, when you're Nautilus in this position and you're ahead and you can also have the black shield on you at any time, you are going in at every possible moment. Chain of Corruption came out from Kazi. They're looking for the damage onto Vladdy. Another hook hitting only onto Kana, decimating smash out. Equalizer! Enough to snipe off Vladdy. And now KC, 2 men down for the next 10 seconds. Vladdy a minute away from respawning.
The soul of Linces came down in that comment to finish off the very low health members of KC, and Vitality, they've cracked open the base. Vitality, who are just doing this constant conga line in and out of these fights and swapping health packs.
And there is the first.
We have
seen that bite him.
I mean, if he gets Nautilus ulted there, neither of those are going to save him.
That's very true. As he heals up off the wave, Vitality looking to crack the third inhibitor tower of the game. Nako, there's Kana charging in. Black Shield once again onto Fleshy. Good knockback with the Keeper's Verdict. Vitality fighting a 4v5, but look at the equalizer damage onto Vladdy. Redemption already haven't come down. Kana's locked up on the front line. Nako pops a stopwatch, but he might just go pop immediately afterwards. Scrap Shield Redemption not down in time. 1-for-1 so far. The exchange for the top lane is dead. As Kana uses his zombie form to force Vitality a little bit further away. Vladdy still eating a world of hurt here as the dive comes in from Linces. One cannon minion about to fall. The second stands for a second, but KC still hold on to their bot side base.
But the Dragon is up and available. Vitality are just walking back to try and pick up Soul. KC need to commit without a tank, and Vladdy has to try and get out of base. But look at their Nexus turrets, they're under siege.
Vitality are just trying to buy time as they get
Chain of Corruption onto Targamas immediately. I love that. I love that. Just wait in a bush. A little ambush coming out of that bot lane try. Vitality find the cow. And they're looking to find the soul alongside it. Yike. He can't get into the pit. Fleshy here acting as a bouncer. There's the soul.
To clear out these waves.
Keeper's Verdict. Trying to fall for that Black Shield. It is cancelled, as you say. Inhibitor tower down for Vitality. Binding's going to land. This Chain of Corruption follow-up on this Kana again. Chunked out before he can really get into the battle. We'll be able to heal a bit of that back up as Yike, the next target for Vitality. They don't have the Chain of Corruption, but they do have plenty of other tools at their disposal to lock someone down. Nako flashes away a great Black Shield onto him, avoiding the stun. He escapes and Yike falls. Kana chasing forward. Decimating Smash not going to do too much. Targamas and Kalist eat an arrow through their backs though, and they're both down to half HP. The inhibitor will fall. Nako with the equalizer. Not the best positioning as all of KC are able to retreat to the fountain. Targamas sprinting out, trying to stop his Nexus towers from falling. Chain of Corruption going between the uprights there, and Targamas and Kalist were able to dodge it. Lince is falling low. The Aegis Assault not enough to keep him alive. And Kalist begins to open up. He's transcended, and he looks for Nako and the Mercurial Scimitar enough to cleanse away the CC. Kazi's going to die to Vladdy. Nako's going to go down to Kalist. Only Fleshy and Shayak left alive. The binding dodged by Targamas. Vitality need to extricate themselves from this situation. Otherwise, KC might just march down mid.
But Shayak finds the binding.
Oh, a great hook into binding. Fleshy, though, now looking for more soul shackles coming out. Gonna land the stun. Shayak kills him! Shayak gets the root. Decimating Smackdown. There's the Black Shield to avoid the knockout. Vladdy comes in, though, and in the end, Kana will secure the kill. An ace for KC, but it costs them so damn much.
And finally, when I thought Vitality, as Linces goes a bit too deep, he gets comboed, he ends up going down, and then the rest of Vitality are left wandering, and KC...
Linces is coming for this. Oh, he's not going to get in range. Okay. I saw him. Targamas bound. Chain of Corruption with the follow-up. He's going to use the Redemption on himself, but he's already chunked down to about half HP. Another Dark Binding just wide of Kana. Weaver's Wall going to split the team up here. As Nako is not with them. A good Keeper's Verdict. Shayak uses that stopwatch. They're going to get the CC chain onto Kana, but there's no follow-up damage from Kazi. A good hook onto Yike, though, means that it's going to be jungle up for jungle exchange. Targamas diving onto Nako. The rest of Vitality diving in. Linces first one. Kalist, oh my God! He's put on a spit and roasted! Nako finding the vital kill as now they die for Vladdy. And I don't think this Talia has a way out of here apart from just running for the hills. Lince is still chasing Seismic Shot inhibitor in the mid lane. Perhaps their first target. They need the minions to help them out. Vladdy's going to try and cut off this wave. Try and clear it any way he can. As Vitality continue to push in. Chain of Corruption lands. Oh, Vladdy's a goner. He's done for. He buys himself a second, but all he can do is watch as his team is still dead. He is dead, and Vitality go 1-0 up in the series.
The drop.